Well, have I got a Sephora haul to share with you guys. The Sephora savings event just ended recently. I promised you guys I would show you what I bought. We're gonna try it on. I'm excited because I definitely got a bunch of things that they weren't even on my radar when I shared my wish list in the last Sephora focus video, which if you wanna check out, I can link below. But some things that when I went in store, I swatched and I was like, ooh. So we're gonna talk about all of those. I'm excited. I think some of these might not be on your radar either, which is, I feel like is exciting. It's like new discoveries. So we're gonna try those out and hopefully they're great. If you're new around here, my name's Jessica. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, let's play with some makeup. So I also have some skincare, hair care, things like that, perfume I'm gonna talk about after we've done our makeup. So let's start with, one of the things I wanted to try is from Tower 28. This is their SOS spray. This is the smallest one because I wanted to make sure I like it, I would use it. So it's even approved by the National Eczema Association. It says it's the happy solution for angry skin. So use AM or PM before moisturizer for all skin types, especially sensitive skin havers. Fragrance-free, alcohol-free, oil-free. Okay. All right, we're gonna give this a whirl. I need to like pull my hair back. I've got Hamilton stuck in my head. Okay, when is Hamilton not stuck in my head? It was Wicked and now it's Hamilton again. Ooh, just feels good. This is hypochlorous acid. People have said you can get it cheaper, like different brands on Amazon. I'll find the one that a lot of you guys recommended and link it below if you're interested in this kind of thing. But I want to look up what it's supposed to do because when I was originally looking it up, this is what I was Googling and it made me really want to try it, especially when you're having those angry skin days where your skin is inflamed for one reason or another and you just need a little bit of extra help. So it can be good for acne, eczema, and psoriasis. It has a low pH level. And it has strong antimicrobial properties. It basically disinfects your face, reducing inflammation and speeding up your skin's natural healing process. I might ask the person that does my like microneedling and stuff if this would be good for after that. Maybe not right away, but like after a few days. I'll be curious because your skin is red and inflamed after that. If you didn't see my reel about my experience doing that, I will pop a little preview here on the screen for you. It was a wild ride, but I'm doing it again. It's one of those things that you have to do more than once to really see the differences. If you want to look into it, you can. It's a whole world that I'm learning about. But anyway, okay, the next step is going to be sunscreen. I bought 2, and you will be surprised to know that I did not repurchase what I have had on my list to repurchase forever, my beloved In Beauty Mineral SPF. It is so good. I had it in my cart, but I was like, I am buying too many SPFs. I know I love that one. If these don't work out, that's what I'm going to buy. But I was just too curious about these other 2, especially after swatching them in store, to not try them. So first up is from Ultraviolet. It is a zinc oxide, so mineral sunscreen. This is the blurring one that's mattifying. I never go for a mattifying one, but I had swatched this one and I also swatched their other kind that's more like glowy. Both of them look beautiful, okay? And they do have a duo. Well, I don't think it includes the glowy one, but there was like for 25 bucks, you get 2 smaller sizes of 2 of their SPFs to try. I almost went that route, but this one just looked so beautiful. So to show you a swatch of it, it just feels moisturizing, but not overly so. It just felt really good. And I feel like underneath makeup, this is gonna look gorgeous. The other one I got, however, is from Ciele, which is like my new favorite brand. This is their SPF 30. Again, it's also zinc oxide, 10% though, and it's meant to be a primer. So I'm torn about its SPF 30. Like, is this good enough to wear as your SPF for the day? I would assume yes, but anytime it's labeled as a primer, I'm like, I know, like I'm smarter than the verbiage. Like I know that it still could be like your SPF, but there's always the part of me that like, but is it enough? I love the packaging on this. I feel like this is so pretty. And this one, when I swatched, I was like, ooh. It looks pretty similar, but this one I feel like feels a little less mattifying. I'm sure, I know, like swatches of an SPF is like hard, but it definitely looks, especially since the other one is dried, this one looks a little bit less mattifying, a little bit more moisturized. Which one do I try? Do I do just half and half? Do I get really weird with it? Let's just do it. I always say, don't trust anything I say as a science experiment because I'll be doing 2 different SPFs and then 2 different foundations. Like none of it, there's too many variables, okay? So we're just trying this out, seeing what it looks like. So let's do the Ultraviolet one over here. No like noticeable smell, like no crazy sunscreeny smell. Just smells like what most of mine that I love smell like. I'm also curious just what these look like on their own. Like if I were to put this on and not put makeup on top of it, what it looks like. Cause sometimes you get some that are so glowy that you're like, oh, I have to put something on top of this. I look crazy, you know what I mean? Okay, so there's that one. I would totally wear this on its own. Like, I don't feel like it looks, again, this is the one that's a little more mattifying, a little more smoothing. I also love the packaging and like colors of this. It just makes me so happy. All right, let's try the Ciele one. This one is not as like hard to rub in. I feel like it's a little more like flowy. Very technical terms here on my channel. That one looks nice too, but you can definitely see a distinct difference. I mean, this is like pretty matte compared to that. So there you go, 2 different SPFs depending on what you like. Both, like neither of them have a white cast or anything like that, at least not on my skin. If you've tried these, let me know if you found a white cast. I don't think so because of the way they're tinted without actually being tinted. So cool, all right. I'm excited. I feel like I'll probably just switch it up. I feel like underneath makeup, both will look nice. And again, we're gonna see. So I got three skin tint / foundations. I don't know how it happened, you guys. I really don't. I think I blacked out. I was also swatching in store and I have a fear that these are not quite the right colors because in store I'm like, yeah, that looks right. And every time I'm like, this is too dark. What was I thinking? One of the ones I ordered online is this one from Ciele. This is a mineral SPF yet again, but it's their Tint and Protect tinted serum. So this one I have tried once. I really don't know how I feel about it yet. So might try this one today. The other thing I've got is from Milk. This is the Grip Gel Tint. I feel like I really haven't heard a lot about this. I probably just missed the boat on people talking about it when it first launched, but it's definitely still newer. Again, kind of like the Ultraviolet. I love this blue, bright, beautiful packaging. I just think that is so cute. I'm gonna be honest, that's part of why I saw it and I was like, ooh. So this is the shade number 3. I feel like that should be a decent shade match for me. We're gonna find out. It is just oozing out though. Stop it. There we go. So then I also, based on a couple people's recommendations in their Sephora videos, got the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation. This is in Shy 201B. I feel like this is gonna be too dark, but I'm telling you, when I was swatching all the ones in store, I was like, this is the one. Like, because the tones were not right on other shades, so. But this one is definitely, as far as I understand, a lot more coverage, right? Like more like a foundation. Oh my gosh, that might be perfect. Holy moly. Good job in-store me. Let's go ahead and swatch the Ciele Tint and Protect. And if I don't try one of these in this video, of course, I'll try it soon in a video coming up. I've got more makeup content coming this month because I've just been in a very makeup-y mood. But I also have some makeup content planned for my Instagram, TikTok, and stuff. So stay tuned for me trying some of these on there. So there's the Ciele one, definitely a thinner, lighter coverage. So what do we do here, you know? Let me try the Milk and the Ciele because these are more similar, I think, in their coverage level, so it won't look so ridiculous. We're gonna find out. So this one's the Milk one on this side. Oh, just kidding. This has more coverage than I think I expected. Ooh, okay, well maybe not more coverage. I don't know, it looks, so this is with obviously just the SPF. This is with that. It's got some coverage, but it's not, I was thinking it might be more like medium. We'll try to build it up to that, but it's not quite at that level. But it's sinking in really nicely. A lot of skin tints, I feel like when I try, there's like something in them that's like preventing it from like actually sinking into the skin, and it feels like it just like sits on top. And that's why I'm like super picky with skin tints, because I feel like every brand has launched one in the past few years and not all of them are created equal, that is for sure. So you can definitely see, I don't know how well it's gonna show up, a little bit of like dryness it's emphasizing there, but that could be, I mean, it basically just tapped out, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's try the Ciele on the other side. I hate dropper bottles. Can I just say that, okay? I hate them. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. I will always get makeup all over myself with them, and I guess I don't need to, I guess I'll just put it on my thing and then put it on my skin, but I feel like then we're doing all kinds of things. Okay, do this like with the side of this. So I would say honestly, pretty similar coverage level. I'm gonna do it with my finger or my hands up here, just to kind of see, and then I might do another layer with a brush. Definitely feel like it's like pilling up the SPF underneath. Which side was this? This was the Ultraviolet, and it could be that we're mixing two things that just are not compatible. You know what I mean? Darn. So yeah, definitely pilling up. I'm not gonna like write this off right away. I just need to try it with different foundations and just be specific about what I'm wearing with what. I feel like this is what I find with most more mattifying sunscreens is they are a little trickier to work with when it comes to what you're putting on top. You have to be careful. So one that's like this, that's kind of a little more, would you say this is oil-based? It's hard to mix. So again, it's not like it looks so terrible, but you can definitely, like for me, because I'm looking, I definitely can see where it's kind of pilling up there. So we are definitely glowier on the milk side than this, but I think that might be both the combo that this is slightly glowier, but also the glowy SPF underneath. Sorry guys. You're like, I know some of you guys are like, Jessica, this was not helpful at all, but there you go. Like I said, I always do a speed reviews, like updates video in a month or two about these products so you can see after I've used them many other ways my thoughts. I'm sorry, friends. So base in that regard is done, but we are gonna do this concealer here. This one's the Ciele concealer. It also has SPF. Again, that's their whole gimmick behind their brand. I don't think this tone is exactly right for me. This is one I didn't swatch in store. I got 03P. But nonetheless, I think the concealer blended in a little bit better with the Ciele skin tint on this side. Again, same brand versus how it blended in with the milk. But again, we got a lot going on. Sometimes I feel like working with skin tints and things like that, sometimes I feel like it makes my skin look worse than if I put nothing on it and maybe just like a little bit of SPF, or if I went like full-blown foundation, because I feel like they can be so finicky. I don't know. Does anyone else feel that way? I don't know. There's something about it. I've been thinking about that a lot lately with all of these skin tint launches and trying so many of them and feeling that sometimes they're just more work than they're even worth. Not that it's these I want to try some more, but you know what I mean. Okay. This is going to sound kind of like dumb that I bought this, but I bought a Sephora collection single shadow. That in itself is not dumb, but I bought just a matte single shade and it's called Secret Boudoir. It's just like a beige color, similar to my skin tone, because I am running out of my go-to that's in like another palette that's like this shade. I've hit pan and I'm like on my way to being done with it. And I'm like, no. So I'm trying to find a good replacement that has like kind of good coverage. I'll use a powder foundation a lot, but sometimes that can look a little bit weird on the eyelids. It's not quite the look I'm looking for. And swatching this, I was like, this looks amazing. So no, what am I doing? I always do it with a brush. And I need it to be that pigmented to like pull up that much color, because that's what I'm wanting, is to kind of blank it out and make it look like everything's a little more even. And this is what I'll do many, many days a week, where I just want to look more put together and not, so you can't see the veins as much. I usually put concealer up there too, as I did today, but you get my point. So yeah, that worked great. It looks similar to the one I use, and these are pretty inexpensive comparatively. And of course, during the sale, it was like an extra 30% off. So I got two eyeliners, okay? I can't use one-on-one because they're gonna look different-ish. But one of the ones I bought, and I actually brought on our trip with us, and I loved it. I can highly recommend after a week of using it, and I used it in the pool, in the ocean, and in regular life. It stayed in place. I was so impressed. The Lancome liquid pencil says up to 24-hour drama, pure color pigment, extreme long wear. I have it #1, Cafe Noir, matte, black, beautiful. I'm just now realizing I haven't done my brows. Hold on. I'm just throwing on the Essence Make Me Brow. Ooh, I always go in way too tight with this. When will I learn? Look at me. Look at me. Anyone know that musical? I know a lot of you guys do. You might not realize which one it's from. I love the Essence Make Me Brow, but I always have to like wipe it off a bit before I go in, because it's just a little bit darker than I typically would go. Oh, I did it again. I'm just realizing my shirt like perfectly matches. Like a walk-in billboard. If I get one more political text, I'm not signed up for any of this. Like, please leave me alone. Also, the text about like health insurance, like, do you need health insurance for family or individual? I'm like, who gave you my number? Please leave me alone. So I know how good this is, so I'm not gonna put this one on because I wanna try the other. I can 100% give you the stamp of approval. You will love this. It stays in the waterline so well. Wow, wow. I also, though, wanted to try this one. It's been on my list for a while, the Kosas Soul Gazer. I got it in the brown. They had a couple of nice brown shades. I swatched them and decided on Depth. It's a warm brown matte. I tend to like a lot from Kosas, so I'm excited to try this. Again, I'm loving, see all the like cool tone packaging. Yes. So this is a automatic pencil. It can go up and down. Ooh, look at that brown. Super creamy. We're gonna see how well it does though. Okay, and then it's got a little shaper on the other end. I am going to see how well this kind of smudges if I want to kind of spread it out a bit. It's typically what I do. It does, but it definitely lightens it because again, you're kind of smudging it out. I think it still looks really nice though, but it definitely keeps the brown color, and that if you're looking for that, a lot of the deep dark browns that I do love really do look almost black. This one really does look brown. So if you're looking for that, you might like the shade Depth. And I have to say, of the brown liners that I do have, this is the browniest. I almost bought the Rare Beauty like powder. Is it a powder foundation or was it? I want to say it was a powder foundation. I love powder foundation. So I'm curious if any, I didn't end up buying it. Really, because I was kind of swatching. I was like, I can't really find one that looks quite right with the tone too. But let me know if you've tried that and you like it. I liked the price point, of course. Yeah, I was curious about it. Yeah, I mean, look, that is definitely brown. I think that's really cool. So there you go. We'll see. Again, as always, I'll put wear notes down in a pinned comment in the description box for you if you are curious, like, hey, how did that liner wear? Did it transfer down? You know, all of those kinds of questions I will answer down there. So take a peek if you're curious. This is a pretty low-key normal Jessie. Look, I'm really excited. Okay. All right, first of all, new mascara. This is from Makeup by Mario. It is, what do they actually call it? Master Mascara. I did use this on the trip as well. I didn't only bring this, it was too new and I was too nervous. Same with the liner, I brought that and another just in case. But I brought this and my, I wanna say my Tower 28 one. I shared the makeup that I brought. I unpacked it with you guys in a recent vlog if you are wanting to know what I brought and what I actually used. This is a very wet formula I found. And so I'm kind of waiting for it to dry off, but it can give a really nice kind of natural look if that's what you're looking for with just one coat. Because it is a little bit wetter, I don't find it to be clumpy or anything like that. Looks pretty natural. I found that now that it's been open for maybe like 2 weeks, it's a little bit easier to layer on and make it a little more volumizing, but that's with one coat. I think that looks nice. Now, can I achieve this with a drugstore mascara? Yes, I can. So would this be something that I'm dying to repurchase? No, it's not. Therefore, do I feel like you need to go out and spend your hard-earned money on this? No, I do not. Because I don't think it's like anything mind-blowing. I do think it's pretty, but I feel that way about so many mascaras and there are way better ones, but I do think it's nice. Like, I think that looks really good. So, you know, ooh, I feel like I need to set this face, especially this half of the face. It is amazing, the difference, like a mattifying product versus not. I am leaning into mattifying things a little bit more lately. I don't know if it's just my skin changing and getting older. I don't know what it is, but I just find that a lot of times my skin, while I want it to look like dewy and glowy, sometimes it just looks crazy. It's like finding that balance, you know what I mean? All right, next up, I can't believe it took me this long to buy this, if I'm being totally honest. This is the Rare Beauty Liquid Contour. I swatched them and decided on the shade Mellow, which is, they have like the more cool toned grayish one, and then they have the warmer one when it comes to like the lighter end of their shade range. And I went with the warmer one, and I usually go with the cooler tone, but I'm like, I have some cooler tone ones. I wanted one that's a little warmer. So it's got their standard packaging. I'm gonna apply this the way I've been doing the e.l.f. one that I love on my hand first, and then going in with the brush. Woo! Oh, baby. Definitely warmer, but again, like I don't typically, if I'm self-tanning as the days get warmer here, slowly but surely, I don't typically self-tan my face. It freaks me out. I don't know why. I've never done it. If you have recommendations, let me know, but I just don't. So I'll try to darken my foundation and then I'll just like really go ham with bronzer. So that looks really pretty. Like, I think that looks really nice. It looks, I have to say, and feels a lot like the e.l.f. one. So if you're just wanting this kind of a look, I would save my money, try the e.l.f. one first, see if you like this format, but also, you know what I mean? But again, Rare Beauty's a little more on the less expensive side compared to other Sephora brands, which I love. And I mean, this is looking pretty. I'll let you know how it lasts throughout the day. Okay, I'm noticing pilling everywhere. I'm noticing pilling now on this side too, and I'm trying not to rub, but it's kind of hard. But here's the thing. I apply liquid contours like the e.l.f. one all the time on top of SPF and foundation, and I don't usually notice pilling. So, and I don't think it's the bronzer. I think I just got a lot. It's just, I don't know what's going on, guys. This is what you get, Jess. This is what you get for having too many variables, you know? Okay, the blush. I did end up doing it after reading your guys' comments on the Sephora video. You guys, I said, guys, talk me out of this. I have so many blushes I love. I don't need another one, but I'm always trying out stuff here for my channel. But it's expensive for a blush. Here she blows, the YSL Make Me Blush powder blush. I have in the shade 6. I brought this on the trip. I use this every single day. Every single day. I loved it every time. I today am gonna use this with like a kind of denser blush brush, but I was typically doing it with more of a fluffy one. Oh no, you know what? There we go. I've got a fluffy. I'm gonna use fluffy. I think this is prettiest, more dispersed, not so on me. So we're just gonna, the shade is just perfect for my skin tone. It lasts so well on the skin, you guys, noticeably well. I don't notice that a lot with blushes, and this I did notice. And we were having some long days, or even like long, like sweaty days, and it would just last. It would just last. I just think it looks so pretty. It's simple, right? Like it's nothing to write home about when it comes to like, they're just matte blushes, you know. Do I think everyone needs to go spend money on it? No. But if you can swing it and you're wanting a blush that's gonna last really a long time, like on your skin, you might consider it. This color reminds me a lot of my beloved, and even the formula of the Milani Romantic Rose blush that I use almost every single day. So if you wanted a more affordable option that is so similar, and that one also lasts a long time in the skin, I would get that one. I can link it, the exact one below. All right, we need to set a little bit. I did not get a new powder, so I'm just gonna throw a little of my Makeup Forever powder foundation. This one's looking a little sad. Oof. Honestly, my nose is looking crazy with those skin tints. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a road trying these skin tints because I will try them a million ways and let you know, because I'm not convinced on any of it. Concealer, I'm definitely noticing some creasing, more so than I do with other concealers. We'll see. I also have not set it though, and I don't know. I don't want to use the powder foundation on my eyes. I don't have like a setting powder with me for that, so I'll have to do that later. But wait, yes I do, hold on. I do, I have the Kosas. I got a couple things from Kosas and PR. I'll just show you because there's, well, I think these are sold. I know Kosas is sold at Sephora, but sometimes they'll have like some launches that aren't. So anyway, this is the new Kosas pink powder. I will be comparing this very soon to the Wet n Wild one. Stay tuned for that. We'll see if it's actually worth the money, but I do like this Kosas pink powder on my under eye. And then I also have, although I don't know that I want to use it, well, but I do think it makes a difference. So this is the Kosas Cloud Set Setting and Smoothing Mist. I've been using this off and on the past few weeks. It's a great, great mister. I hope it stays like that, mister. But I noticed that my makeup does look better with it. But I've also really been enjoying the one from NYX that I recently got. So again, I'll have to do some comparisons. Maybe I'm working my way up to a dupes video. I was just saying that recently in another video, and I'm like, I think I really am, because I've got a lot to test out. But it definitely takes away the powderiness, but sometimes it can make it look a little bit, not greasy, but a little bit. Anyway, okay. We still have a couple other things to talk about. Let me throw something on my lips. I'm just gonna use the Say lip liner. This is so close to my lip color. I love it though. It's the shade Wink. Like I just gonna color in the lips. It's that close. It's truly a your lips but better color. But I kind of love that because I could just wear it like this and it looks like pulled together and nice, but it's not even that obvious that I'm wearing something on my lips. You know what I mean? I feel like teaching, I would have used this a lot. And then I'm just gonna throw on the Say Glossy Bounce and Shake. Really pretty for summer. I feel like spring and summer. Kind of like peachy with a little golden hue to it. It's pretty. Don't look too closely at my nails. I broke so many parts of them and tried to file them down and make them look like somewhat even. They look all right, honestly, but it's, I was rough on these during this trip, that is for sure. Let's talk the rest of it, okay? First up, a perfume. So I went around sniffing all of the fragrance, and this is the one I landed on. I needed a new perfume for my purse because the one I have left, I'm nearly finished with 2, and then I have my Merit one, and that one is getting close too. So I was like, all right, I go crazy with perfume when I'm out and about. I just love it. This is from Kosas. It's their Yum Bougie Marshmallow, number 81. Y'all, it smells so good. It smells so good. I sprayed it on myself in the store just to see, like, after a minute, how does it smell? Because one of the ones, like, now I can't remember what it was. It was a replica one, and it was one of their like summer ones. And I sprayed it on and I loved the smell. And then a minute later I smelled it. I was like, oh gosh, I hate it. So the way it just mixed with my body chemistry was awful. This, however, just got better. And so I was like, oh my gosh. So I had my husband smell it on me and my kids, and they were all like, So it's just a good one. It smells so nice. I don't think this is a scent I would want a full thing of. I feel like this is the right amount because I think I could see myself getting tired of this. So I feel like this is the perfect amount. What else do we have here? Okay, this I used in my hair this morning. So this is the Color Wow Dream Cocktail Leave-In. So this, the idea, it says it's carbon fused. It's supposed to be a thickening treatment. My hair is naturally actually pretty thin, and it's not that I don't have a lot of hair, it's that this is what I've been told, it's that the strands themselves are really thin, something like that. So I'm always looking for ways to not necessarily like volumize up here, but to kind of add body and volume down here. And so I'd heard this line is pretty good. They have a couple different ones of these leave-in treatments. I landed on this one for thickening. I have to say, it's heat activated, as a lot of their products are. So you pull, I'd use my detangler. You know the one, I'll link my favorite from the drugstore. It's so good. It's so viral right now. It's like unreal. Anyway, I use that one and then I brush through my hair and then I put this through my hair. It's a really thin consistency. And so it felt really weird to run through my hair. It's not like oily. It's different than any leave-in treatment I've used, I have to say. But I will show a little clip this morning and maybe you can't tell, I can. It felt, just from blow drying it, I hadn't styled it yet, thicker without looking like wildly frizzy. Like a lot of times the volumizing products that I'll use will just kind of, they'll give body, but it's almost like because it's just made it frizzy. Does that make sense? This, my hair felt a lot less frizzy than usual after just blow drying, and it looked like a little bit thicker. So again, it's so hard to know, like, is it placebo or not? So I'll keep using this and keep you posted, but I was pretty impressed just from the one time. I'm so excited to keep using this. And then I also, speaking of hair, picked up the Day Cactus Fruit Styling Wand. I have seen this everywhere. It's been in and out of my cart for a while now. The idea is that you can tame flyaways with it. It's this ginormous wand, which I love, and it's just got a little bit of this styling cream in it to kind of tame them down. So again, I don't feel like ooh, yeah. But I've heard people say they swear by this for like, oh geez, okay, that was too much. But for, oh man, now it's gonna look all oily. See, this is the problem with my hair, right? Anyway, people swear by this for those baby hairs. Like if you have postpartum hair loss or hair loss for any reason and it's regrowing and you get those baby hairs, people are swearing by this. And I'm like, whoa, I never found a solution for that every time my hair was growing back. So excited to give this a try. Probably not where I just did. It smells really nice too. Ooh, it smells great. Ooh, juicy. I want to eat that. Okay, the last thing I got is a skincare product. I was kind of surprised that I didn't end up getting more skincare, but I'm already trying a lot right now and I feel like I just need to kind of stick with what I'm doing and not mess with it so much. I picked up the Ordinary Rosehip Seed Oil. I love rosehip seed oil. I'll put it on as the last step sometimes. It's just one of those staples and I haven't had it. It feels like in a while. I've used this one from the Ordinary and it's fantastic. So excited to have this again in my routine. I know that was a lot and this is a long video as usual. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, have some wear notes down below if you're curious how any of this wore. And I will keep you posted on after like trying some more of these. So cheers to that. I hope that you'll subscribe if you did enjoy this video. I've got vlogs coming, I've got makeup videos coming and everything in between. I love you all. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.